Hello and welcome back to Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. We have just finished the main mission of this sector, which I think, if it's the one I think it was and the one I was theorizing last time, I think that means that we have now entered into Season 7 of Voyager content, which in theory means we're in the final season, so I don't entirely know if that's the way it's going to play out, but I would suspect the next sector might be our final sector. I don't know, maybe they do like a lot of Season 7 stuff and towards the end, but we'll see. However, before we do that, we got a lot of things we need to look at. First of all, we have these comm requests which are going to keep beeping at us until we acknowledge them. So we'll want to do that. Second of all, if we have a look at our ship here, you'll see that we have a slight problem. We have 75 quarterless X-Borg, which is a bit of an issue. So we're going to need to get that fixed. Also, somebody said, am I going crazy or is there extra space in interstellar cartography? I'm afraid to tell you that you are going crazy. This is not something. There is no extra space in interstellar cartography. So, yeah, sorry. Sorry to let you know that this way you are going crazy. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with these 75 crew. Is it actually lowering our morale at all? Do these Borg actually lower our morale in the slightest? Let's have a look. 79 crew without quarters, minus 11. It's only minus 11 for that many crew without quarters? That doesn't seem correct. Oh, your maximum morale is decreased. Oh. That's the main issue. Yeah, as our maximum morale is decreased by 330. It's not our morale going down per cycle that's the problem here. The fact that we're unable to go up further than this. Well, it's not the end of the world, actually. Yeah, our morale doesn't drop below basically here anyway, so even if we were to lose all of this, we'd still be in high morale, so maybe we just ignore the problem and it goes away? Yeah, that could work. We just ignore the problem. Somebody said upgrade your navigational deflector. Okay. Yeah, I suppose we could do that. I did research the tech, so that seems like something we should do. Science for food? Never. What else do we need to do? We doing any science researching? No? Okay. Well, I have 1,000 science points. We should probably do that. Let's get the Equinox antimatter injector here. Cool. And yeah, I'm going to have to answer a common request because these are annoying me. Good Shepherd or Friendship 1? I don't know. Let's go for Good Shepherd. Captain, I have completed my weekly efficiency analysis. Most of the crew satisfy Starfleet's norm. However, some do not. The usual suspects, huh? The 3 ensigns, Captain: Belmont, Concaville, and Duffley, or as Mr. Paris calls them, the 3 Stooges. 20th century gag comedy has its fans. Let's see that report, Lieutenant. Let's read the report in more detail. Right, oh dear. Belmont perceives peer input as cognitively inferior, resulting in isolated work and dismissive conduct. A my way or the highway type. Duffley reports frequent, unsubstantiated medical complaints, so a hypochondriac. And Concaville's sensor analysis consistently falls below minimum proficiency. Oh, she keeps guessing then. Tuvok, you painted quite a picture here. What's your proposed solution? Just eject them from the airlock? If we were in the Alpha Quadrant, they would have been reassigned long ago. The only place I could reassign them is to an empty broom closet. Precisely. Terminate their active crew status. It is the most logical course. Their tasks are menial, their influence weak. I would rather not have to rely on any of them. Let's disagree with Tuvok. Everyone deserves a chance to improve. There are more than numbers in an equation that isn't adding up. If an equation is not adding up, it is flawed. We could try to change the value inherent to these numbers. Belmont, Duffley, and Concaville have displayed no wish to change, Captain. They haven't displayed a wish to change because they've stopped believing in themselves. We need to reignite that belief. Self-belief is not an operational metric. Dedicating resources to reignite it, given their disinterest, is an illogical asset allocation. I'm going to order Tuvok to try and help the trio. I find your assessment devoid of nuance. Your detachment, while often an asset, is proving to be a liability in understanding the complexities of a living crew. They are not simply assets or variables to be realigned. Empathy is not a required component for operational efficiency. Perhaps it should be, Mr. Tuvok. Your efficiency report also states the three had never been on an away mission. Belmont never volunteers. Concaville cannot pass the proficiency requirements, and Duffley always pretends to be sick. There's an intriguing Nebula just within range. You'll be taking a shuttle with Ensigns Belmont, Duffley, and Concaville. Consider it a mandatory team-building exercise. Curious. The exact scenario I wish to avoid has now entrapped me. Your taste for irony is quite human, Captain. Yet you surprise me. In what way? I would have expected you to try and lead these wayward chickens home. I would have expected you yourself to try and lead these wayward chickens home. Ever hear the tale of the Good Shepherd? If one sheep strayed into the wilderness, the shepherd left the flock and went after it. You will be that shepherd, Tuvok, exactly because of your preconceptions. So they are not chickens, but sheep. Human, bestial, aphorisms. The unflappable Mr. Tuvok now leading the Difficult Cases Brigade. Don't worry, Lieutenant. I'm sure your patience will only be tested to its absolute breaking point. Okay. Yeah, this is wild, because there was another episode in episode 1, which is, like, I hadn't realized is actually, like, pretty much the exact same plot point. Not episode, in series 1. So, series 1 has, like, a situation where it's the Maquis, and there are 3 Maquis ensigns who aren't gelling with the rest of the crew, and Tuvok has to take on a leadership and mentor role. The argument in that one is that Tuvok was an instructor at the academy, so therefore he was used to training cadets, and the Maquis were not Starfleet trained, so it made sense for him to take them on. But I didn't realize that they reused the concept later on. Yeah, or I didn't notice it when I first watched it. But yeah, I'm assuming this is, again, tied to an episode, as the rest of them tend to be. Yeah, we're going to ignore that comms request, as annoying as it is, and we're going to head to here. Right. Let's go. Here, let's go for this one. Hey, I got some more science points. Grab some dilithium. Not that I really need it, but we'll grab it anyway. It's free. Borg probe. Let's recreate what happened here via a simulation. We got the Borg nanite. Nice. Okay. And now we can accept the Good Shepherd comms request. A Vulcan and 3 ensigns walk into a ready room. Ensigns Belmont, Duffley, and Concaville stand in the ready room trying to look brave. It's a futile effort, as Tuvok's unblinking stare could make a rock sweat. He too is not looking forward to what is to come. But it is a direct order from the captain. Not one of you has flown inside a shuttle since the academy. Well, Lieutenant, the anxiety rash I succumbed to whenever... Ensign Duffley, the doctor confirms your rash is non-existent. Your attempt to avoid duty is noted. What I'm concerned about are the grim numbers, Commander. 1 in 2 away missions ends in fatal injuries. Well, yeah, that is true. Starfleet are rather cavalier about people who aren't high up dying in away missions. The whole concept of a red shirt was from the amount of people who died. I think it was in the original series in away missions, because they had all of their lower ranked people wear red shirts, and they all tended to die. So, yeah, she has a very fair point. Those statistics are empirically false, Ensign. Well, we'll make him correct. Ensign Belmont, your tone is highly unprofessional. My tone? My scholarly portfolio is far above my station. Lieutenant, I really need to see the doctor. Miss Nebula, Lieutenant Tuvok, perhaps we should reconsider with the captain. The away mission was the captain's idea. I think I'm going to throw up. Are you quite finished with your various objections and hypochondriac tendencies? I will take the helm. Concaville is operations, Duffley will be responsible for communications, and Belmont, you will oversee the engine. Any questions? When will we be back? We don't even know if we'll return. Enough. Be in the shuttle bay in 1 hour. Tuvok to Captain Janeway. Giving up already? I request an additional senior officer. Granted, for a moment I thought you were going to resign. Good luck out there. I will certainly need it. Fly to the Nebula to send Tuvok and the ensigns on their team-building shuttle mission. Okay, oh, it is here. Where? Any guesses where this is? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I couldn't see it. For some reason. Whoa. What does this mean? Deflector offline. Oh, that's fine. It's because I'm upgrading my deflector. Never mind. I saw a new pop-up and I was like, whoa, that might be terrible, but it's mostly fine. Okay. So have we finished everything in engineering? We have indeed. Crew. Pretty much everything I want in crew for now. Science. Upgrade the biolab. Yeah. That's probably worth it. Upgrade the metaphasic rooms as well. What about this? Oh, tractor beam is what I wanted. Yeah. Cool. That's what I was looking for. Upgrade your hull capacity to the maximum of 1,000. Oh, nice. That must be because we've upgraded our navigational deflector. I didn't realize that would upgrade our hull capacity, but that's the only thing we upgraded there, so... Right. Nice. Okay. That now means that we reduce hull damage by 28 when flying through things like asteroid fields, which is very good. Right, have I got enough resources for anything else? Not really. Wait, am I on batteries? Whoa, I'm on batteries. Whoa, why am I on batteries? Well, because because I'm using too much power, obviously. Yeah, I need to turn something off. I guess I could, well, yeah, okay, this isn't good. I guess I'll turn off this for now. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to actually start worrying about our energy again, figuring out how we can make energy optimizations. Oh, that's not good. Anyway, yes, back to this. So Tuvok is already here. So hologram would be good, however we can't send hologram because we don't have, well, yeah, we just simply don't have the ability to send a doctor anymore. So that's not good. We need medical, which means that effectively we're taking Kess or Tom. Tom would be better because there are no science, well, no, there is a science one actually. Yeah, there are science options, never mind. They're just already filled in. Command medical would be pretty good, and he can also help out with engineering. So what else is good? Quick-witted. Oh, that was pilot there. So quick-witted is Harry Kim. Yeah, Harry Kim could be fine. He would allow us to do science and engineering. So let's just do a like rough thing here. So yeah, we don't have Romulan, we don't have a hologram, so it's going to be science or engineering, which is fine. So that's Tom and Harry. Tom and Harry. Tom and Tuvok. Or Tom. Tom and Harry. Tom and Harry. Tom and Tuvok. Tom and Harry. Tom and Harry. Tom and Harry. Tom and Tuvok. Tom and Harry. Tom and Harry. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, so we have multiple people for each of them. Yeah, that works. Let's start the mission. Also, I'm assuming this one must be the doctor's one, because it's double medical. Our shuttle has entered a multipolar labyrinth inside the nebula. Directions and pathways shift unpredictably. The ensigns are panicking. Alright. Well, looking at what we've got here, we know that Harry is not needed for the next one. So we can do this. Yeah, that seems fine. So we'll analyze patterns and anomalies to find the correct path. The shuttle navigates the anomalies without issue. Suddenly the nebula is filled with overwhelming, telepathic cries for help that seem to come from nowhere. The telepathic cries are intense. It is imperative that we maintain mental discipline to proceed. If Ensign Duffley could stop hyperventilating. Okay, so let the doctor calm the hypochondriac here would be our special one that we can't do. Let's just do Vulcan. That's fine. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We can use Harry and Tom on the next one, so that's, yeah, perfectly fine. Tuvok meditates to cope with the overwhelming telepathic cries. He is able to focus and decipher fragmented messages. Someone or something from the core of the nebula is calling for help. Following the cries, the shuttle encounters a plasma barrier shielding the nebula's core. We need to navigate the shuttle through the plasma barrier. Obviously, that's why we brought Tom. Let the pilot navigate through the barrier. The pilot's instincts take over as they expertly glide the shuttle through the volatile energy surges, sliding through the barrier unscathed. Suddenly, a jolt goes through the shuttle and it moves on its own. It's been caught in a gravity well that is pulling the shuttle towards a collapsing star. If we don't break free, we're going to die with it. Options? Well, we could just go with Harry Kim's one here. Create a repulsion field to counteract the gravitational pull. Also, level 3 risk on all 3 of those. Harry Kim quickly calibrates a high-frequency energy field, projecting it from the shuttle's deflector dish. The field expands, creating a pocket of repulsion that pushes the shuttle away from the gravitational well's pull. The shuttle reaches the core of the nebula, which is filled with flying worm-like creatures that seem to be desperately flinging themselves against the plasma barrier. These must be the telepathic creatures that cried for help. We need to make contact, but be careful not to hurt them with the shuttle. So we'll use our telepathic abilities to calm creatures while deciphering their pleas for help. Although, interestingly, there is follow Ensign Concavil's idea. Contact creatures via light impulses using the shuttle's floodlights. That's interesting. You would think that that would be better to follow their ideas, because the whole point is to make the ensigns feel like they're or to overcome their problems, but let's do this one. Yeah, let's just do the Tuvok one. I was also thinking that something the game might be missing is, I think that what they need to do is they need to merge a couple of these terms together, or if not merge them, have checks that can have multiple options, if that makes sense. So like, for instance, we have the Ocampa option, right? And we have the Vulcan option, but both of them have a telepathic side to them. So it would almost make more sense for you to have it be like a telepath option, and Vulcan just happens to have telepath as like an additional keyword. I think that would be better, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Tuvok uses his telepathic abilities to calm the creatures while guiding the shuttle safely through the turbulent energy. He manages to decipher their pleas for help. They've been trapped for centuries and can't find a way out. The team promises to free them, but must return to Voyager first. The spatial distortions and energy fluctuations are intensifying. We need to get out of here now. Okay, so a Romulan could do this, but we don't have a Romulan. So instead, let's do Ensign Belmont's idea. Sure. Perform a series of micro jumps to bypass the most dangerous areas. Ensign Belmont, realizing the increasing danger of spatial distortion, suggests using the shuttle's warp drive to make a series of short, calculated micro jumps to bypass the most dangerous areas and safely navigate out of the nebula. They return safely to Voyager. Yay! And Harry Kim gets a bunch of experience. The away team has returned, Captain. We actually made it back in one piece. I'm still shaking. We're a living statistical anomaly. Achoo! I knew it. That nebula was just crawling with pathogens. I'll be in sickbay if you need me. Relax, you two. I wasn't worried for a second. The mission would have been a lot smoother if I had been alone at the helm. Well, well, well. Looks like the Good Shepherd managed to bring his flock back without losing a single lamb. Or his composure. High praise, Lieutenant. Tuvok, it appears your team building evolved into something rather more complex. These telepathic entities in the nebula, what are their intentions? They claim to have been isolated for hundreds of years in the nebula's core due to the plasma barrier and spatial distortions. Our vessel is the first sign of life they've registered. So they want to escape, and presumably our help. Can we trust them, or are we opening a Pandora's box? I detected no malicious intent from the entities. However, the wider implications of their release on the quadrant remain an unknown variable. Let's brainstorm some ideas on how to free them. Assuming we commit to this, what are our options for liberating the entities? 3 primary methods exist for breaching the plasma barrier: a focused phaser beam, calibrated photon torpedoes, or a sustained emission from Voyager's deflector. Despite these options, an error could result in significant harm to the entities. We face a 40% chance of success. However, I would find it beneficial to ascertain the ensign's opinions before proceeding. Ensign Belmont exhibited remarkable composure and innovative strategy during our egress from the nebula. Oh, but that's the only one of their options we took. So is that the only one that we get here? Oh, that's interesting. Your smile suggests amusement, Captain. I'm unable to identify the humorous component of current circumstances. Dare I say it, Lieutenant? Have our inefficient ensigns found a soft spot in your heart? Their presence revealed unforeseen perspectives. It is logical to consider all possible solutions, even from improbable sources. Well, then let us let these improbable sources have their say. Let's ask Ensign Belmont if he has any additions to the plan. Ensign Belmont, what is your input on our current plan? First off, thank you, Lieutenant. It's nice to have my theories put into practice. The spatial distortions are unpredictable. Even with the deflector clearing a path, navigating through them will be tricky. A shuttle is one thing, but a whole Intrepid-class starship? If we use a series of micro warps, short precision jumps, it would give us the agility of a shuttle. We'd increase our success rate dramatically, allowing us to get to the creatures without incident. Okay. Well, we have many options. Which all have different chances of success. Well, I'm going to use the micro slipstream drive in conjunction with the Ensign's idea. Good thinking, Ensign, but we'll use the micro slipstream drive. For precise modulation of the drive should be able to create a series of micro jumps with surgical accuracy. Let's do it. Alright, I believe we have a plan. Let's get to work freeing these creatures from the nebula. Okay. No, close that. Okay. Open this. Just to try to close the... There we go. Close the comms. Let's do it. A glittering trap. Voyager glides towards the nebula, a peaceful and innocent spectacle of light and colour. Yet its beauty is a deception, a silent shroud over the dangers within and the desperate cries of the creatures trapped at its core. It's time for a rescue. Heading into the nebula now, Captain. Detecting energy spikes on all fronts. Just like I said, Captain, we're a massive target for these energy surges. Time to put my idea into action. Let's use the mind piloting link technology to navigate through the energy surges. Wait, but this was this was what he suggested, right? We'll do what he suggested, using the micro slipstream drive. Initiate micro jumps, Ensign. On it, Captain. Here we go. Wait, no, damn it, Belmont. We jumped right into an anomaly. Several hull breaches detected, Captain. Casualty reports are coming in. At least we're through. Better put a restraining order on Belmont and our engines. Captain, the plasma barrier is in visual range. Optimal breach point, Delta 9, Grid 4, Vector 7. I'm detecting minimal energy fluctuations in this area. So I'm guessing that if we were to have chose the options from the other ensigns, we would have had more things here that would have used the other ensigns. That's kind of neat. It's not a mechanic it's used up until this point, I think, which is unfortunate because it would be nice to like have it something that comes up more often. But it's nice that the away team mission, the thing that had the most chance of success and made it easiest, isn't necessarily the right thing to do. Let's use main deflector to breach the barrier. Alright, Tuvok, let's breach the barrier. Initiate penetration sequence, adjusting to the barrier's frequency. It is shifting, attempting to compensate. Fire. Highly precarious. We achieved a controlled breach, but the barrier exhibited alarming instability, threatening uncontrolled fracture in several areas. The creatures are aware of it. Their thoughts are flooding my mind, Captain. Tell them they're getting out of there. The creatures start passing through. I've started passing through the opening, nice and slow. They are dispersing rapidly. Without guidance, they will fly into the energy surges, leading to imminent demise. Okay. Let's try and catch them in the tractor beam. Try to catch as many of them as possible in the tractor beam. We'll drag them out with us. It's working, Captain. All of them are heading for freedom. Good. Now let's get out of here. We're clear of the Nebula, Captain, together with thousands of our little friends. Look at them go, happily swirling around. What are those crystalline particles they're shedding? Hopefully nothing pollen-like. I'm allergic. The entities are expressing profound appreciation, Ensign, and these particles are a deliberate gesture, a gift. Incredible, my scans are off the chart. These particles, they're subspace reactive. They could be incredible for increasing our warp efficiency. Omega power unlocked? Now that's a proper goodbye present. What is Omega power? Now that peace is returned, Tuvok, your assessment. I know you found my team building methods unconventional, but I'm interested in your findings. As I indicated prior, the unique circumstances of the away mission reveals an unexpected potential. Furthermore, this potential directly enhanced the tactical planning of our rescue mission, and ultimately culminated in a successful execution, directly aiding our efforts. That is my assessment. While your team-building methods were illogical, Captain, I cannot deny they had a purpose. The Ensign's decisive involvement in rescuing the Nebula creatures underlines it. So I take it we don't have to eject the Ensigns from the airlock? No. My assessment of them was flawed. I failed to consider their need for guidance, for a shepherd. In this, I realize I am no different. Empathy, while not a strictly logical component, has proven to be an essential one for a leader. You have been my shepherd in this, Captain. Thank you. You're welcome, Tuvok. Then you certainly won't want to miss the opportunity to say a few words to your flock. Janeway to Ensigns Duffley, Concavial, and Belmont. Lieutenant Tuvok wanted to say something to the three of you. The shepherd and his flock. The three ensigns stand before Tuvok and Janeway once more. The mission changed them. Gone is the nervous energy and dread. In its place is quiet confidence. They have been tested and their posture says it all. They are ready. I actually feel quite positive. Or is the Dr. Sedative speaking? Well, what were we gonna say? Let's say we are still Tuvok. Let's say we're not gonna say a good leader acts with empathy. Let's say abilities were judged prematurely. Ensigns, I admit that I assessed your abilities prematurely. It is illogical to judge an individual before they have been tested under pressure. Well, let's say a leader must provide guidance, not just observation. Maybe? Your ingenuity and courage did not escape my notice. This experience taught me the importance of a leader, of guiding rather than merely observing. We are a team. You have proven your individual competence. However, you are not alone in this journey. We are a team. We are a flock. And together we will face the challenges that lie ahead. I am blushing, Lieutenant. Thank you. I've learned to trust my own ingenuity and will not hesitate to use it again. And Lieutenant Tuvok, you're not as menacing as everyone says you are. I will make sure to remember that, Ensign. Still can't believe we were part of this. Wait, I'm not feeling sick. Maybe I should check with the doctor. This could be a new illness. It's clear that we are stronger as a unit, a truth I failed to appreciate before. Think our work here is done, Tuvok. Helm, we return to our old course. Aha! So Good Shepherd is done. What is that about Omega energy? Or Omega power? Increase warp flight speed between solar systems by 10%. Not what I was expecting. When I heard like there was an efficiency increase in our stuff, I was thinking, oh, does that mean that we're going to be able to have more power and therefore we're not going to run into an issue where we're running out of rooms that we can use? But no. No, that is not what it means. I could probably turn this off as well. I don't actually need that on right now. Actually, I could probably, yeah. I was going to say I could probably do that, be happier, but actually I do want to generate some batteries, but let's leave this on because we only have one aero shuttle bay. Yeah, we could start getting rid of some of this hydroponics. How much does a cargo bay? A cargo bay uses 2. How much does a large cargo bay use? 11. Okay, so it uses more than 4 individuals. I'm trying to think of what I can actually do in order to like lower my energy output. Turn off the holodeck, but that would probably not be ideal. Yeah, I'm looking at things and going, I don't really want to turn them off. I guess I could turn off the workshop if I'm not actively using the workshop. That'll save us 3. I still have 100 crew more than I should have as well, which is not ideal. No, but we need the workshop on because there are events that use the workshop. In fact, there are events that use this as well. Yeah, we don't get that many events that use the aero shuttle bay. Yeah, I think that's our best outcome here. Not entirely sure what the plan is, but for now we'll go with this. Okay. Let's answer the other one here. So what is Friendship 1? 7 of 9 to Captain Janeway. Astrometrics has been notified of a Starfleet probe named Friendship 1. Interesting, that probe was launched almost 300 years ago to establish first contact. We, the people of Earth, greet you in the spirit of peace and humility. As we venture out of our solar system, we hope to earn the trust of other worlds. We offer knowledge freely with the hope that one day we will stand on your soil and extend our hands in friendship. In 2067, before even Starfleet and the Prime Directive existed, the people of Earth launched a probe called Friendship 1 to reach out to other species, to pave the way for all the manned missions that would follow. Packed with information, scientific and technological databases, the probe vanished 130 years ago. Based on the probe's last known coordinates, let me guess, we're in the neighborhood. Affirmative. The database contains a standing order from Starfleet Command. It's a high priority search and recovery mission for Friendship 1. Okay, we obey Starfleet's orders. It'll take us a little off course, but if the probe is still intact, we'll be retrieving a little piece of history. How do you intend to approach this search, Captain? Let Harry run a system-wide sweep to locate the probe? Mr. Kim, run a system-wide sweep and see if you can find anything about the probe's last known location. On it, Captain. I got it. The probe is on a nearby uninhabited Class M planet. Of all the dramatic possibilities, imagine we had found the probe at a galactic garage sale. Funny, Mr. Paris. Now, team, looks like we're going to see a part of Earth long before we were hoping to. Helm, set course for the coordinates. Okay. Let's go to Friendship 1, which is somewhere in here. Oh, it's up here. We can probably grab some duranium on the way past as well. Let's do that. Okay, let's go for the safe option. Nice. Okay. And up here. Tractor beam level 3 is done. I guess we should work on a mega power. So tractor beam level... Oh yeah, tractor beam's not actually a thing. Yeah, it's not a room. Okay, that's fine. So that's okay. How much do our science labs use? The science labs use 7. How much does an upgraded science lab use? Uses 9, but it gets you 2 science points. Okay. So that would save us 3 per. Wait, no, that would save us 5 per. Yeah, so if we upgrade a science lab, we save ourselves 5 energy. As long as we put something, and then we can put something in here that uses less than 5 energy, and then we get a win in terms of like amount of science produced for energy. Yeah, I have too many science rooms. They're inefficient. I think that's what I'm coming to the conclusion of. So we should just upgrade a science lab instead. Although we are getting to the point where we don't need science labs really, because we're kind of done mostly. There's lots of combat stuff we haven't got, but I'm assuming some of the combat stuff is for being much more vicious to the things around you, and then you get an attack from it. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's leave here, and let's head to this Class M planet. We're entering orbit, Captain. Wait a minute. There are signs of a civilization down there. Buildings, roadways. But the antimatter radiation is off the charts. 6,000 isorooms. There's no way life could exist down there. Antimatter? That civilization must have destroyed itself, much like our ancestors nearly did. Well, I can, because I've already got anti-radiation vaccines, I can just send a team down. Janeway to Doctor, and a away team will take a close look at the planet. Make sure they're vaccinated against radiation beforehand. I must voice my disapproval, Captain. No Earth relic justifies such a risk. 6,000 isorooms is a catastrophic level. Even with a vaccine, the potential for cellular damage. As much as I'd like to agree with you, Doctor, I have my orders. It's as if my professional opinion doesn't matter. Okay, we need a saboteur. Do we have a saboteur? No, I don't even know which one. Oh, actually, I do know who a saboteur would be. Actually, I very much know who the saboteur would be. It's somebody we haven't recruited, though. It would be Seska. Okay. Interesting. I think I'm going to send E-Chip. We're going to send others as well, but we're sending E-Chip. Okay. Who else are we going to send? We could send Klingon Balana. She could do combat engineering. Yeah, let's send you as well. And then one more person. So these two are going as basically people to level up. We need somebody else to go and basically make sure they don't die. Tuvok would actually be pretty good at it. He has a thing in every check. I think Tuvok's going to be our make sure they don't die option. We're on the surface now. Anti-radiation vaccine is holding up. It's quite chaotic down here. Lots of debris. It's like a bomb went off. I wonder what would happen if you sent somebody, or if you didn't send somebody who had command to this mission, right? Like you sent somebody who didn't have, I guess it would just auto failure. But we quite easily could have sent somebody who didn't have, commands, and then I'd said we're going to do combat. Huh. Anyway, let's look for interesting clues here. We'll only use one of them for now. The team finds no trace of an attack, such as bomb fragments. However, in a heap of debris, they discover a peculiar alien music box playing a familiar tune. Vivaldi. A piece of music from Earth? We're getting an antimatter signature, 90 meters this way, missile silos. Okay, so we can do a general search, or we can examine the warheads. I actually kind of do want the tritanium. We just use Tuvok again. Alright. Critical success. The away team discovers that most of the equipment is still functional, which is strange given the civilization appears to be long extinct. Even more intriguing, the technology seems remarkably familiar. Wait, we're getting a strange signal from behind the silo. A cave. But there's more. A laboratory. Okay. So we can examine it. We can analyze the purpose of it. Or we can examine the cave. Let's examine the cave. Oh, they're all unavailable. The team examines both the lab and the cave. It turns out there are magnesite deposits in the walls, which would have at least partially protected the inhabitants from the radiation. The team wants to continue the search when suddenly, connection lost. Oh no. Okay. Egypt's up 2 levels. What happened? Can we reconnect with the team? I'm trying, Captain, but no response. The communication channels are open, but there's no one on the other end. When receiving their life signs, they're highly dispersed and unlocatable with any accuracy. A transporter lock is impossible. Captain, we're being hailed from the surface, an unfamiliar signature. Perhaps the team's found another way to contact us. On screen. Who is this? Captain Catherine Janeway of the Federation starship USS Voyager. Who am I speaking to? Verin. Your crewmen are my prisoners. Why? We haven't done anything to harm you. You committed genocide. I think there's been a misunderstanding. We arrived here. You're from Earth. You're gonna pay for what your people did to us. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? Or what do you want? Or I will kill your crewmen. What? I think I missed something. I think he said he wants us to take him to a new planet. Why do you think Voyager is responsible for the fate of your planet? I think I might have held down left click for too long, maybe, when I clicked it. Anyway. Why do you hold us responsible for the fate of your planet? We've only just arrived. Your people sent the probe, didn't they? The Friendship 1, as you called it. A prelude to your conquest. Our ancestors sent that probe 300 years ago as a message of peace. To make contact with other species. It carried no hostile intent. Peace? It brought us obliteration. It was your technology, your gift of antimatter that destroyed our world. Give me more information. Friendship 1 offered scientific data, potential for advancement, not destruction. We built our power grid based on your data. The containment failed. Once the antimatter was released, it destroyed everything. How are we directly responsible for a containment failure in your power grid? Before your probe, my people never conceived of anything like antimatter. We offer our knowledge freely with the hope that one day we will stand on your soil and extend our hands in friendship, remember? You offered us the means of our destruction and waited for us to obliterate ourselves. That's absurd. Why would we intentionally destroy a world we intended to conquer? It's far easier than invasion. I'm a survivor. I believe what I see. Today I saw your people standing on our irradiated soil, immune to the radiation, just as your ancestors promised. If you were in my position, what would you believe? Okay. Let's try to convince Verin that Voyager's crew is innocent of what he accuses them of. The probe you speak of was sent 3 centuries ago by our ancestors. We are Starfleet explorers from a different era. My crew is trying to help, not invade. Do what I ask and we can find a way to resolve this peacefully. Till then, your crew remain with us. He's cut the connection, Captain. He isn't bluffing, Captain. He strikes me as a man who kills just to prove a point. On every scanner and sensor, we're looking for a suitable planet. Okay. So this is a similar thing to some of the other stuff we've talked about in it, but this is another one of the prime directive kind of things, where if you mess with a planet before it's ready to get the technology that itself, all of a sudden, you can have unexpected consequences. So this is another case of an unexpected consequence. Okay. What am I meant to do? Like, scan planet? What planets am I meant to scan? I've already scanned everything. So how could I scan anything? Do I just need to go around here till I find a planet? There's a class Y, class D. Did I mess this up by scanning everything ahead of time? Twine, Nebula, class M. There's a class M planet over here. Let's go. Is this going to be counted as scanning it by coming over here? Omega power is done. Nice. Here, let's grab ourselves... I don't know. Enhanced maneuvering thrusters for now. Okay. Let's go for crossbreeding the plants in our large hydroponic bay with the local flora or local fauna. Nice, we got some science points. That didn't count as scanning. Okay. But I can't scan anything because I've already scanned everything. Let me see if anyone's talking about this one. Okay, I'm not alone. Other people also have issues with this one. So apparently, what we should be looking for is this. Yeah. So, there are some that we've scanned previously that are rescannable and they have a dotted thing around them. Is it obvious? I would argue, no. Definitely judging by the number of people who've complained. But it is at least doable. Not bugged. Just a little bit opaque. Right. Oh, I see it. Sorry, we missed it. It's back in this system. There we go. It was hiding under the UI. Oh, wait, no, that was one I just didn't scan. That's actually just a genuine didn't scan it. Okay. Wait. We're looking for a Class M planet, but it's not that one. Is there a Class M planet in here I haven't scanned? We all know how good I am at just seeing things on the screen. I don't see any here. Oh, maybe this system? Did I check this system? Ah, there it is. Right. Aha! Wonderful, we did it. Right. The last scanned Class M planet appears to be habitable, Captain, at least in theory. But in practice? The planet's flora is a biological threat, secretes toxic spores and bacteria that would prove fatal to Verin's people in their weakened state. Is that our only bargaining chip? Captain, I hope you don't mind, but I've been doing some independent research on that planet's data. Oh ho, teacher's pet. Go on, Ensign. A two-part solution could work. First, a personal biofilter system in the form of masks to neutralize the indigenous spores and bacteria, protecting individuals. Second, we could deploy localized force fields to create habitable safe zones, creating protected communities. This plan sounds like it addresses the symptoms, not the cause. It's not a permanent solution. Their immune systems will eventually adapt to the habitat, Captain. It's a slow process, but within a few generations they should thrive. I agree with your theory, Ensign, but Verin's patience is thin. Do we have any alternatives? We do. You sound confident. Confidence is irrelevant. What if we could use our torpedoes? Sounds reasonable, we just blow up Verin and the hostages. The antimatter radiation in their atmosphere. If we can annihilate it, their people would be able to stay and restore their planet, rather than being forced to leave. A modified photon burst could be designed to annihilate the radiation. The procedure would require a substantial number of modified torpedoes, but it would render the atmosphere safe. Orbital bombardment isn't standard diplomatic procedure. Are you certain it will work? I am confident it will work, as long as our torpedo launch bay is efficient enough. So it's either mass migration or a Hail Mary attempt. Given Verin's predisposition, I'd say the odds are against us. He should decide. Okay. well, we'll return to Verin's planet. At least I didn't have to travel all the way to the one that we found. Right. We have a bunch of torpedoes. I don't know if we have what's considered a large amount. Let's assume that 20 is probably the largest amount they could ask us for. We'll return in 12 cycles. Okay. Sorry, we have some stuff to upgrade. I should upgrade this. Yeah. We're going to upgrade a science lab, and the moment that we do, we're just going to delete another science lab. And we're going to keep doing that until we, well, run out of science labs. Right. Head over here. Oh! Battle stations. Let's go. Oh, I don't have Klingon Balana. Oh, no. Wait, we do have, oh, I don't have E-chip. We do have complete shield analysis. To be okay. I don't do quite as much damage as I used to. I have the Maquis maneuver. Telepathic attack won't work either, really. Warp core overcharge? Yeah, I don't really care about that. Shield hacking. It doesn't stack. I think I would like complete shield analysis. Yeah, let's do that. I'm not happy about what we got here, but let's do it.
What are your orders, Captain?
My orders are for you to go immediately for their warp core.
Moving to attack the front, Captain.
Okay. Oh, and then sign our energy.
Ability ready, Captain.
Wait for us to get closer. Okay.
Ability ready, Captain.
Oh, I should have waited for Tom's to be finished before I reset the cooldown, but that's okay.
Ability ready, Captain.
Okay.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Well, we've done a bit of damage to them.
Ability ready, Captain.
Right.
Ability ready, Captain.
Let's have our invulnerability. Right.
Ability ready, Captain.
Then, actually, I should do that right now.
Ability ready, Captain.
Oh, I misplayed the reduced cooldown, but that's okay. I should put more damage into our phasers here because we've already got through their shield, so I don't really care about like the disruptor because it's only really good at getting rid of shields from what we read, right?
Ability ready, Captain.
Okay. Yeah. I'm good to just go now. I don't have any other buttons to press.
Ability ready, Captain.
We're just waiting for us to, you know, get their hull down low enough. I do like us just spinning around it, despite the fact that it obviously can't move because it's got no warp core. Okay. Cool. How long have we got? I would have used a torpedo at some point there, but obviously we don't want to use them if we're actively building them. Let's head over here. Right. Let's prioritize. Actually, I don't really need science right now. Just give me the uranium. Right. Let's head over here. Science lab done. So it's now using more energy, but it's producing more science. So now I can destroy some of the other science labs, or start destroying some of the other science labs. Let's go with this one. Yep. Dismantle. Wait a second. Were you already level 2? Oh, you were already level 2. Oh, my mistake. Yes, I need to destroy one of the level 1 labs. Okay. Right, dismantle that one. Cool. Right, it's dismantled. I could dismantle the one next to it as well. Yeah, there's no real reason not to. Let's dismantle it. Do I have any heroes who are unassigned currently now? No? That's fine. Okay then. Right, yeah, that's fine. We've dismantled another one. Cool. We're now full on resources. So I should try and spend some before I do that. Right, but that now gives us 17 energy to work on. We could even turn on the aero shuttle bay if I wanted to. Could just put a bunch of batteries here, just do a whole battery line, but let's not do that. Just figuring out, what have I actually got that's next? Have I got science level 3? No, I have biolabs. Yeah, I have large hydroponics. Let's look for things I can upgrade. Can I upgrade these? I've upgraded one, and I've upgraded the up. So these are both upgraded, right? Yeah. I could upgrade a phaser room. Ah, that uses more energy though. Yeah. Let me just confirm the disruptor one. Yeah, high damage to shields. Yeah, so I did the right thing there. Okay. It's figuring out what we actually want to do. Do the yeah, how much do these emergency quarters use that we have? Or the officers' quarters use 4. Emergency quarters use 1. Use 3. So officers' quarters a little inefficient energy-wise. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where we can actually make savings, but actually quite a lot of it we don't really want to remove apart from the science labs. Yeah. That's already upgraded. Those are upgraded. This is upgraded. Yep. That's upgraded. Torpedo launch bay. We can upgrade this. Okay, cool. It uses more energy, but we should upgrade that one anyway. Right. Well, that's very annoying. Horrible, horrible timing. I'm going to replace you with Kess for this mission.
What are your orders, Captain?
My orders are that we go for... we pause. We put an energy in here. We pause. We go for this probe. We shoot its warp
Moving
core.
to attack the starboard side, Captain.
Actually, yeah, okay, that's what we're going to do, but we're going to go slowly.
Ability ready, Captain.
Okay. Okay.
Ability ready, Captain.
Target the other one. Do this. Target that one. Warp
Moving
core.
to attack the starboard side, Captain.
Right, so we've now confused that one. So it will hopefully do nothing for a little bit, or shoot the Borg thing. That's perfectly acceptable.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Enemy
Okay.
shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
We're not shooting
Ability ready, Captain.
their shield, so I don't need to use Arturus' one. Do some spinning.
An enemy is fled, Captain.
Okay. Well, new target. Go for the warp core.
Moving to attack the aft, Captain.
Right.
Ability ready, Captain.
Well, I was hoping to confuse them, but I didn't confuse them at all. It's fine. Right.
Ability ready, Captain.
A little bit of spinning. Okay.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready,
Now able
Captain.
to shoot through their shields a little bit more here. Oh, I hurt one of their weapons. That's good. Okay. Now we're just waiting for our
Ability ready,
phasers
Captain.
to do some damage.
Ability ready,
Let's
Captain.
increase our shield
Ability ready,
penetration
Captain.
here. Tried to confuse them, but that didn't work. Okay. And now we just shoot the warp core.
Ability ready, Captain.
Right.
Enemy
Little bit
ability
of
ready,
spinning.
Captain.
Took out their weapons on that side, and their warp core is now, well, pretty much gone. Right. Wonderful. Okay. We are still repairing our hull. How long have I got till these torpedoes are done? Also, I have 5 cycles till the torpedo launch bay is done, which I assume I'll need. 6 cycles in total. 7 cycles away. Perfect. Enhanced maneuvering thrusters are done. Let's upgrade our science lab. Well, that goes from 2 to 4. Ooh. Okay. That's really good. Torpedo launch bay done. That should mean that you're finished. Oh, no, you're about to finish making me torpedoes, which is great. So now at 24. I don't think it'll last for any more than 20. If it asks for 20, that's horrible, but, you know, at least we can say yes. I think it will last for 5 or 10. Speak, have you found us a new planet? Yes, the planet we've located can sustain you, but its atmosphere contains a toxic biological agent. However, we could engineer countermeasures for your people's protection. Our agreement was not a planet where we would be at the mercy of your Earth technology. That's why we have a second solution. A permanent solution. We can modify our photon torpedoes to neutralize the atmospheric radiation with a precision burst. I can neutralize your crew with a precision burst. All your Federation flair and Starfleet sass. That's all you came up with? Well, let's use diplomats here and admit the guilt of the ancestors and refer to the prime directives. Earth's people are now wiser. Our ancestors made a grave error. In their naive pursuit of friendship, they offered knowledge without understanding the impact. They were less wise. We've learned our prime directive exists because of tragedies like yours. We're here to rectify past ignorance, not exploit it. Very well. I have no strength left to argue, Captain. Whether we reclaim our planet or find another, all my people want it to stop dying. Simply want a future. We'll trust your judgment. I'm going to go for the photon torpedo plan. We'll proceed with the photon torpedo plan. Your people's suffering will end and they will reclaim their world. You have my word. Oh, I have to craft 15 more? Oh, I'm sorry. Those were torpedoes. These are photon torpedoes. Which are faster to build but use more resources. Okay, is this all 15 or... Like, am I doing 15 here? How many am I doing? I assume that's 15. Unless that's one at a time, in which case that's going to take a really long time. How long till you research that? 4. Okay. I suppose I could go grab some of that. Right. Science lab level 3 is done. Let's get biolab level 3. Okay. Cool. So now I can upgrade this science lab another bit. So it's 3 more energy, but it doubles the number of science points. Which is very good. So we could actually get rid of... Well, we can definitely get rid of that once we're done with this. You know what I should do as well? I think I shouldn't have you on here. I should have you on the other science lab. I actually don't know if it makes a difference, but I assume it does. Anyway, let's do that then. Then actually, we'll just preemptively... no available work team, huh? We'll preemptively switch it off for now then. And then we'll destroy it when the work team's available. Right, let's do this. Nice, got a little bit of deuterium. How long? Oh, it's yeah, it's still a little bit to go. Let's go with this. I'm gonna say how long have we got until the torpedoes are done, but I think we have a significant amount to go. Let's go for the no danger option. Nice. And then how long have we got left on this? 3. Okay, so we can make our way back towards that planet now. That's now done. Oh, that was 5. Oh, okay then. Well, that's actually going to take quite a few cycles. Don't know why I finished the trip, but I did. Right, biolab level 3 is now researched. Let's work on hydroponics level 3. Right. We have a medical outbreak. Well, at least this is on, so that's good. A bunch of people are sick, but shouldn't be the end of the world. Okay. That's a science lab level 3 now. That's cool. Let's dismantle this one. Actually, pause that, because I'm about to get some duranium. While gathering... oh, this is Homestead. Oh, okay. While gathering resources in an asteroid field, scans discover hundreds of Talaxian life signs in the area. They do not respond to Voyager's hails. Oh no, I just realized something. Like, I really could have messed things up if I'd sent Neelix on that mission. Because we would have been at the same position that we reset the sector previously on. Voyager makes a find. A Talaxian colony is settled on one of the asteroids, but before contact, a battered Talaxian freighter blocks their way. We won't give up our home. Leave already. They charge their weapon systems, but it's more bark than a bite. A fight would be one-sided. I'm going to let Neelix appease them. Voyager and Talaxians are friends. The Talaxians are persuaded and seem to relax a little. They tell Voyager that a mining organization has been harassing them. It claims to own the asteroid field and that the Talaxians must leave. Speak of the devil, suddenly one of these mining ships shows up and demands a decision. Oh, interesting. If I had more stuff, I could do other stuff. So if I had bio-neurogel packs, I could help them build a shield generator, or I could propose bartering. Oh. Well, I'm convinced them to relocate and offer assistance. Because that's my only option. The Talaxians realize their fight is hopeless. They accept Voyager's help with relocation and prepare to depart. A nearby Class M planet appears to be their best option. Oh, and that's the end of it? That's what we reset for? I'm wondering whether one of the other options would have been more interesting. But anyway, I guess we'll find out some other time. Or we won't. Right. As a chance of an ambush, I'd prefer no chance of ambush on this one. But yeah, I think that's the one that causes Neelix to... And again, spoilers for Voyager, but like the whole thing is. That's the one that causes Neelix to leave the show? Homestead? I think. It's either that or it's another similar one. Like, given that these are the Season 7 type things, that would make sense. Because he doesn't go back to Earth with the rest of Voyager. But, yeah. And he finds other Talaxians to be with, which is fine. Yeah, how long till my crew gets fixed up? Okay, in 2 cycles they'll be mostly fixed. Okay, I can resume this then, because I didn't get any duranium. Right, I don't know, we're basically just kind of spinning around here waiting for our torpedoes to be done for that. Science lab's gone. Okay. So I got a little bit of energy going into the batteries now. And we're generating more science than we were before. So because we're generating more science, could I ditch this one? So we would lose... yeah. So we would lose a little science. Although it says each additional science laboratory increases the research speed, it doesn't say that upgrading it does. I would assume it does, but it actually doesn't say that specifically. But we could potentially get rid... Oh, we can get rid of this other level 1 science lab actually over here. Let's dismantle that one as well. Okay. Kess, you need a new job. Go work on a waste disassembler. What are you producing for me? Tritanium. Okay. Yeah, you could go and work on the waste disassembler. That's fine. It's now every 6 cycles. Was it 6 cycles before? Well, I mean, I can check. Alright, you're saving me a cycle on it. So, that's okay. What else could Kess do? Kess could work in the... Nope. I was going to say Kess could work in sickbay, but there's already a sickbay person. What else could Kess do? Kess, as a hero, she has... Diplomacy, medical science. So she could do other science things. She could work in a biolab. Yeah. Oh, this is medicine as well. Perfect. So you lower production time. So that is now every 13 cycles opposed to every 20 cycles. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Cool. Science lab destroyed. We now just have empty rooms all over the place. I'm going to have to find something to do with them. I'm going to wait for my batteries to charge up first, though, before I start thinking about filling up those rooms. Although I could just put some regeneration alcoves in. But if I put them in, I'm going to end up in the same situation, because I'm 26 over. That'd be 21, 28. Yes, that would put me over by 2. But if I let my batteries charge up a lot, then we'll be good. Potentially. Yeah, there must be other inefficiencies I have around the place here. That'll be something we'll need to figure out. I'm going to figure out where... maybe my metaphasic shield rooms are inefficient. They do use 12, but actually, in terms of the amount of room space they use up, that's not that bad. That's better than a regeneration alcove, because they use 7. This is effectively using 2 less for the sake... Like, if you were to assume we had, like, 1 here and 1 here, that would use 14, so... They're not that bad. What else? Oh, I could turn that back on as well at some point. Yeah, potentially. Could put cargo bays all over the place. That would be fine. They only use 2. And it would allow me to hold more stuff. Do I prefer cargo bay or large cargo bay for energy? Like, if the goal is just purely to be more optimal for energy. That is... So that is 4 cargo bays. And that uses 2. Also, upgrading a cargo bay doesn't actually increase it... But does it increase its energy? Let's have a look. How much does a cargo bay cost? Cargo bay costs 1 energy. So yeah, it upgrades it by 1. So... Equivalent levels. This is 2. That's 11. So this costs 3 more. So actually, if I'm just purely looking for something that's not going to cause our energy to go up too much, just replacing all of these with cargo bays would be perfectly fine. It will only cost me 8 more energy in total, and I can hold more resources. Yeah, it's an option. Pretty much everything is upgraded at this point as well, isn't it? Well, actually, we haven't upgraded the officers' quarters and things. But if I upgrade them, it's going to use more energy. Ah, yes. Yeah, that's a problem as well. But you upgrade the emergency quarters, they also use more energy. Yeah, and the phaser rooms use more energy. Yeah, we're just in an odd spot where we kind of reach the max amount of energy we can get out of this warp core. Does this just increases the repair rate, right? Yeah, so it's just repair rate. Although it says efficiency, it doesn't really mean it doesn't really mean that. It means efficiency of it going up. There. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're meant to turn rooms off and on. Maybe it's my second waste disassembler. Maybe that's my main problem here. It's costing me 20. Well, is 20 bad? Well, it's 6 tiles. So if we use the regeneration alcove as like a base, right? Regeneration alcove is 7. So in terms of that, yes, it's using significantly more. It's using 6 more than it should. I mean, having 2 is nice though. But I am full on resources. Also, these should be producing me that right now because I'm full on that. I'm full on these resources. Yeah, maybe cargo bays is just the answer. For now, I think it will be. It's a little like boring, but you know, I think it's the correct answer is to just chuck in a bunch of cargo bays. Yeah, and then I can just hold more resources. That's fine. Right. Let's go. Right, cargo bays are done. Wonderful. I'm actually kind of happy for them all to sit with deuterium right now. Yeah, I think that's perfectly okay. Right, do I want to upgrade the cargo bays? Yeah, we could upgrade them. We get all of our like resources back if we decide that we want to get rid of them in the future, so that's fine. Until we find a way to improve our energy gain, or to reduce the amount we're using, then yeah, this seems fine. Just get more deuterium, we'll have more fuel, we'll be able to go around the place more easily. Right. Oh, you're currently not crafting. Well, that's a problem. Right. Head over here. Let's grab some deuterium. We've researched hydroponics. Let's see what else we've got in here. Let's go for victory celebrations. That doesn't cost any energy. Nice, my cargo bays are finished. And then this cargo bay over here that I built, we can upgrade as well. So how much can we hold? We can hold 8,000 of this. Nice. Disease is under control. Is there anyone left here? Nope. Alright. Actually, I want to leave that on because we have it for checks. Although I don't know whether it counts for checks if it's off. We would have to, like, find one before and after that we knew was going to happen. Alright, let's grab some dilithium. Don't really need dilithium, but it's fine. Yeah, so we can now hold 8,250 deuterium. Right, let's do this. Cool. Head over here. Let's go with scanning the nebula. Nice. Okay, so we've now got 100 cycles worth of resources. And I've completely removed everything from this system. Commendation ceremony will do here. Photon torpedoes are crafted. There is a distress call from an isolated outpost on a moon. Leads us to a crew suffering from a hemorrhagic fever. Somebody told me how to say that properly, and I read it, did not internalize it apparently. They are in a critical condition and their medical technology is unable to stop it. They desperately ask for our help. Alright, let's do it. 15 crew got sick? That's horrible, it spread onto our ship. Okay. Wait, now I have to craft the modified torpedoes as a separate thing? Okay. Oh, that's a little ridiculous, but okay. I guess I'm going to go to this Borg sphere over here. Spent too much time in the sector. That's fine. Yep.
What are your orders, Captain?
Exact same plan as last time. We are going to go for this one. Turn on our energy.
Ability ready, Captain.
We're going to hold off for a second or two.
Ability ready,
Pivot,
Captain.
confuse, back to the original one. Go for
Moving
the warp
to
core.
the starboard side,
Do this. Okay. This is
Enemy
fine.
shields destroyed, Captain.
Okay. I will shoot one of the torpedoes off because we can. This one.
Ability ready. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Right. Back to spinning. Okay.
An enemy is surrendered, Captain.
That's probably not good for us. We hear the surrender and we see the torpedoes still going for them.
Side, Captain.
It's like that. Well, not good for them, I should say. But not good that we shot the torpedo as they were surrendering. Anyway.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Let's do a little bit of spinning. Cool.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
That's good. Just thought I'd shoot one of those.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Do some more spinning. Let's reduce the energy on that, increase it on the phasers.
Ability ready, Captain.
Right. And...
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
And we're almost there. And one more. Right, there we go. Now they can't do anything to us anyway. And now they're dead. Wonderful. Great. Back to ship. Let's go engineering offices. We'll put them on that. Right. Let's do this one. We're now good for 127 cycles. And we can now head here to neutralize the radiation. Let's go. Captain, we have reached our destination. Orders? Continue. Well then, let's bombard that planet. I never thought I'd hear a Starfleet captain say those words. Wow, you didn't watch Deep Space Nine. I think it was a moon in Deep Space Nine. Anyway, doesn't matter. Consider it scratched off your and my own bucket list. Janeway to Verin. Our preparations are complete. Although, actually, Chakotay might still be right in that, because one, it might not have happened yet in the time... Well, actually, it would have happened in the timeline, but Chakotay might not have any knowledge of it. I don't know whether it happened before or after Voyager started. Anyway, it doesn't matter. For the sake of my people and your crewmen, this plan better work. Stand by, Verin. Torpedoes armed and ready, Captain. 70% chance? Okay. Well, I hope it succeeds. Oh, that's good. Torpedo sequence being fired, Captain. Well, the radiation is dissipating at an accelerated rate. Mr. Verin, can you hear me? For a moment, I thought I wouldn't hear anything ever again. Look at the sky, Verin. This can't be. I never thought I'd see blue skies again. Your crewmen are free to leave. The away team is back on board and safe and sound, Captain. Thank you, Ensign. Well, Mr. Verin, are you people prepared for a new beginning? It will take a long time, but we will rebuild our home from the ashes. My thanks to you, Captain. My apologies. You and your crew are not responsible for what happened to my world. I confess, the hatred I hold for your ancestors, it is difficult to release. It's a sobering reminder for us that sometimes the greatest damage is caused by the people who mean to do the most good. Well spoken. There's something I'd like to gift you, Captain, in the spirit of peace and humility, as you once said. It's a fragment of your probe, Friendship 1. Let it fuel the curiosity of your scientists, while simultaneously reminding them of the double-edged sword that is scientific advancement. Never forget its full capability. Friendship 1 remnant unlocked. Okay. Thank you, Verin. I'll make sure we won't forget. There's only one more thing, Captain. Certain members of my people, the less cynical, are intrigued by your capabilities and wish to explore the potential for a shared future. Would you permit them to join your crew, Captain? Absolutely 100% no. Sorry. You'll need every able-bodied soul working around the clock. I'm obliged to decline. I understand, Captain. I'll explain it to them. Well then, wish you good fortune and a future calmer than your past. Farewell, Mr. Verin. Friendship 1 may be lost, but its legacy is not. We're carrying back a story, a warning the Starfleet must never forget. Helm, we return to our old course. Okay. Friendship 1 is done. We couldn't say yes. We simply could. We do not have capacity for more crew. Crew is not our issue. In fact, well, it's not a very Starfleet captain thing to say, but if some of them could die off, that would really help us quite a lot. But anyway. Increase research speed by 15%. Unnecessary, but okay. Cool. We'll get it. Okay. Grab some titanium. Commendation ceremony is done. Let's get the Friendship 1 remnant. Okay. Let's go for this one. Okay, that was good. Right, is there anything else that we're missing? So we've been through here. Why is that? Oh, I guess it's, yeah, these are just things we can go to. That's fine. I forgot you can go to things that you've already been to. Forgotten Colony. Yeah. Nightingale. We should go to Nightingale. I don't know what it is, but we should go there. Okay. Nothing in our current sector, because we've already been everywhere. There's so many resources everywhere, I just don't see the need for us to actually go and collect them all. Unless we're stalling for like a particular thing. I don't think we currently are. I think we're actually absolutely fine. Yeah, I think we're mostly good to leave actually. But we'll go to do Nightingale first. Because that might be something. That's a trading station. Yeah, we actually did a pretty good job on the first systems anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's do Nightingale and have a look at that. Right. As Voyager approaches the planet to collect resources, they are suddenly hailed by an approaching ship. The newcomers introduce themselves as Anari and offer to trade with the crew. Also, is this only it's only 3 cycles away? Yeah, it is actually quite quick to travel between systems now. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. As Voyager approaches the planet to collect resources, they are suddenly hailed by an approaching ship. The newcomers introduce themselves as Anari and offer to trade with the crew. Accept. As Voyager begins negotiations with the Anari, a suppressed frequency suddenly hails them. The callers identify as Kraylor, a species currently at war with the Anari. They request secrecy and urgent help transporting vital medical supplies to their planet. Okay. Well, really we should avoid interfering in other people's conflicts, because the Prime Directive would say don't interfere, but we're going to let a shuttle team aid the Kraylor while Voyager stays with the Anari. Voyager orders a shuttle team to escort the Kraylor to their planet. Along the way, the crew learns the ship isn't a medical transport, but a prototype cloaking device designed to assist them in the war against the Anari. Okay. Well. So, let the shuttle team escort them home, but do not interfere any further. Don't inform the Anari. Recall the shuttle team, inform the Anari, or let the shuttle team confront the Kraylor about their lie, inform the Anari. I don't know why you would choose 1 or 3 unless they had a better potential reward of some kind. I'm going to let the shuttle team confront the Kraylor about their lie and inform the Anari? Actually, you know what? I'm going to recall the shuttle and then inform the Anari. That just makes so much more sense. With its successful excuse for having to return to Voyager immediately, the shuttle team withdraws. The Kraylor suspect nothing. The Anari are grateful for the information and immediately set off to deal with the Kraylor, but first donate a generous amount of resources to Voyager. Okay, cool. That's quite nice. Right. And with that, I think we are actually probably good to leave the sector. I think we've done everything that needs to be done. Okay, cool. So, thank you very much for watching, and next time we will enter the next sector. Whether it's the final sector, we'll find out when we get there. So, thank you for watching, see you next time, goodbye.